Reed, and I'm a DECA senior, and I'm here to talk to you about a topic that has caused waves of controversy in America since the 1800s. My mother is an African American woman, and she must look professional for the job that she has, and she wears a lot of makeup. She has to buy more makeup than white people do, and she has to mix it together in order for it to match her skin tone. I also have a friend who's dark skinned, and she wears makeup. Instead of buying makeup to match and mixing it to match her skin tone,
Push present.
instead of her mixing the makeup in order for it to match her skin tone, she buys less makeup than my mom does. And when she wears it, it makes her skin look lighter than normal, and it looks very unnatural. White people are so pale that they don't have to do that. White privilege is when white people benefit from society simply because of their race. And America is white-centric, which is basically the same as white privilege, because American culture revolves around white culture. My family and friends are living up to the value and standards of white culture by not wearing their natural skin color and lightening their skin. White privilege still exists in America, even after the Emancipation Proclamation, which is an executive order that was signed in 1863 by Abraham Lincoln. In the past and today, people are suggesting that white privilege cannot exist if slaves have been set free and gained their independence. But even though African Americans are free, discrimination is still pushed upon us. Now white privilege it doesn't mean that white people, they're like treated like monarchs, kings, or queens, but they just have more benefits than any other race. Today, whites are likely to, so in the workforce, whites, they're more likely to be employed, to earn employment other than, they're more likely to be offered employment than like other races like Hispanics and stuff like that. Dr. Scott Decker, PhD, said in 2014, both black and Hispanic men were less likely to receive a positive response from employers, including a callback or email for an interview or a job offer compared to white men. If a white person is convicted of a felony, they are still likely to be hired. They're still likely to be hired, while a black person is likely to be turned down from a job even if the white person was charged with a felony or misdemeanor. This affects the African American community because if African Americans can't get jobs, they end up going into poverty, and it causes homelessness. And like from what I've seen, there are more black homeless people on the streets of Dayton than there are white. I know for a fact that in order to receive resources, food, I have to travel about 15 minutes away. I could simply buy fast food, but it's not healthy for me. It would be more convenient for black-dominated areas to have access to the same resources that white-dominated areas do. I surveyed Melita Peaks, and she said that I think it's ridiculous I have to travel 15 plus minutes away to access groceries. So she has to travel all the way to Centerville, Ohio, which is white-dominated for fresh produce and salad. And that's, it's for fresh produce and salad. But in her area, it's African-American dominated, and she does not have access to those resources. So in conclusion, white privilege does still exist in our nation. I'll let you decide if you've witnessed white privilege or not, and if it's something that we should change. It hasn't completely vanished from our society, and it affects many areas of our society. These are my references.
That's it.